All right, heads up, soccer fans. We are going to have a special episode of Match Night this week where we look at the state of the squad of the Canadian men's national team. And leading up to the show, we will post a pressing question about each position. But of course, we always love your help. So head on over to OneSoccer socials and cast your vote each day. It'll be pretty obvious the question that we put up. And of course, we will post the results, react to audience comments live on Friday night. So in light of that special episode, guys, let's kickstart things here.
I'm off match night, so have fun with that, Jordan. Have fun with it.
Wheels, where are you going, puppy? Because I know you're not going
anywhere now.
My kid's graduation.
Oh, go on, Win. Go on.
Yeah.
He's so little with a little cap.
Matters.
Yeah, tell him to just put that to the side. Tell Win, it has to just hang to the side.
He's already the smartest person in the family, so.
Well, the bar was low with you. Anyways, I'm kidding. But we're going to challenge you now, though. You may not be part of the question that's going to lead into Friday and be part of all that, but we're asking you a question right now, my friend. Which Canadian men's national team star is most at risk of losing their spot in 2026? Jordan, do you want to start us off?
No, I'll let Wheels go first. I'm so curious to hear what he has to say. Yeah,
Landy, you really just sprung that question on us. Haven't done a deep dive as of yet, but the biggest question is, who would you consider a defined starter for this men's national team? I started the goalkeeping position. Once upon a time, it was Max Crepeau. It was still a head-to-head race with Dane Sinclair, but Crepeau's form has completely dropped off in terms of his club play and seemed like he wasn't preferred in the summer months as well by Jesse Marsch. Would Derek Cornelius can't come out the way that the center back position is thinned out. He might not have a future with Marseille or might be looking abroad, but his role can't be in question. Central midfield is Stefan Eustachio. Is maybe some changes in terms of his club situation. Could that affect his standing in central midfield? And who's that preferred central midfield partner with him right now? Saliba, Kone, Chouanier. Like, it's really hard to say that there's a defined starter in that position alongside Eustachio. Down the left, was Schaffelberg ever a locked-in starter? Because he'd be the answer to the question, but you'd think that Davies can play there and Liam Miller's coming back. So I don't know. I kind of feel like that's a position up for grabs as well. And obviously up top, it's Jonathan David plus who? Tenniel O'Shea might be moving. Who knows what that means for his club form? Laren's frozen out by Mallorca. Promise David, he'll play, but it didn't seem like he was Marsh's preference. So I'm not trying to skirt around the question. It's just a very difficult question to ask because aside from maybe the back four, the right-sided midfielder, and Jonathan David, is anything a lock right now? I don't.
So how about this?
There's so many. So many positions, starting roles for me up for grabs. Okay. So yeah.
Here's the thing. I think we can, at least for me, I'm going to do this. You're right. When you look at locks, you're probably thinking Alfonso Davies, Moise Bombito, Derek Cornelius, Alistair Johnston. Then you're probably thinking Stefan Eustachio, Jonathan David. That's it. So how about this? Okay, you guys want to throw in Tejan? Great.
I'm putting Tejan.
So how about this as a question? Guys that were typically considered, and maybe we've seen a trend in the last few games, last few tournaments. So guys who we were seeing as starters. Who do you see that's been slowly losing that grip? Who do you see in the last few games who has been slowly losing that?
There's a couple that's glaring. There's one I want to focus on. Definitely Kone. You're looking at the last World Cup and everyone said, oh, he's too young, but wait until 2026 when we're co-hosting and what he's going to do and when he goes to Europe. And he's quality. But you find sometimes with a manager and maybe with personal reasons or him just trying to find a home as well, that quality is still there, but it just hasn't been present when he comes into camp for Canada. So I'd say him. We know what the situation is up top as well for strikers. Wheels already touched on it. I would even make a case for Eustachio. Before we talked about this guy being like a captain, being one to lead, and I totally still think he has that quality. It's just when you look at Gold Cup, when you look at Canadian Shield, I know he wasn't there, he wasn't present, but the two-man midfield are players that have to be fresh and be running and covering a lot of ground. He is so clever. He's so cerebral. But is there a world where you start a Segura, a Chouanier, a Saliba? Like there are now, what I'm trying to say is there's competition in that midfield that Canada hasn't seen for a very long time. And specifically on the Jesse Marsch. So it's who's playing well. This is a big year and him at Porto as well. I still think of him as a lock, but he has to feel a bit insecure right now, Wheels. at least a little bit.
Yeah, I still think he could be one of those players, even if his club football isn't going as he planned. It'd be very difficult to take Eustachio out of the team. But who he plays with in the midfield, I mean, that is an open debate for me. It's the left-sided midfield position, and who's starting up front alongside Jonathan David. Those are the two biggest questions. I guess goalkeeper as well.
Goalkeeper is huge. Goalkeeper is very huge. It's wide open.
Yeah.
Wide open.
I would think, like, although I've advocated for Alphonso Davies at left midfield because I think he'll be better that way.
That's what you chose.
Sorry, I was going to say it's as wide open as your shirt right now, but
wide open.
Yeah.
It's summer, baby. I'm holding on to the last 2 weeks.
The position is taking down 3 buttons. That's what it's done.
Drop that button, Wheels. It's crazy to talk about keepers, and I'm like, it's wide open. I'm like, no.
I'll say the left side because I don't think that Marsch will play Davies at left midfield. I just don't for whatever reason.
He will. He'll come around.
I don't think he will.
Okay, left midfield.
So I would think the clubhouse leader right now would be Ali Ahmed.
Ooh.
I think his metrics are decent. His data is decent at that position. But Liam Miller can put himself into that equation rather quickly once he returns from that ACL injury. He's going to return in a few weeks for Hull City as well. So, and the goalkeeper, I feel like it's the price is right. Do you want what's behind door 1 or door 2, or do you want the mystery box? And right now, I'm kind of looking at that mystery box, thinking that might be a decent option. I do. I'm looking at the mystery box.
You say mystery box like someone who hasn't played for Canada? Like you're saying like really mystery, like an option
mystery
C.
box.
Ooh,
yeah.
We're running out of time. Ooh.
Oh.
And you just hope under that box isn't like a whoopee cushion or something like that, you know?
Either way, I think what you guys have basically sold me on and probably sold a lot of people on. The 2 games in September, the 2 games in October are going to be huge. This is where we're really going to know where Jesse Marsch is leaning towards, because there is no time to be messing around here as the clock is ticking down to 2026. So a lot of our shows, OneSoccer Direct, including the special episode of Match Night, which Wheels has made perfectly clear he will not be there. It doesn't matter.
Not be there. I will not be there.
But
we are always focusing.
The segment's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
Really good.
We are
really
focusing on the road to 2026.
Wide open.